Hello everyone, welcome to Code. So we'll see simple arithmetic problem. So we'll see these all arithmetic problems. First is addition of integers, second is multiplication of integer, third determining if a number is positive or negative, fourth determining if a number is even or odd, fifth maximum of two distinct numbers, sixth maximum of three distinct numbers, seventh sum of first and natural number, eighth sum of first and given number, and ninth is reversing the digit. So first is addition of integer. So let's see what we'll do under this. Suppose we take two integers, say x and y, then one can add the both positive integer as x plus y, and the result is stored in the third integer, that is z. Okay, so we'll write an algorithm. In algorithm, always the first step begins with start. Okay, in second step what we are doing, the read number x and y, the computer will read the number x and y. In third step we are using the formula z is equals to x plus y. So the whatever will be the x plus y value will stored in the z variable, and in fourth step we are displaying the value of z. Whatever will be the value of z will display by using variable z. So in fifth step we are we end your algorithm, so we are using the keyword stop. Okay, multiplication of integer. Second is multiplication of integer. So let's understand what we'll do under this. Suppose we take two integers, say x and y, then one can multiply both the positive integer as x into y, and the result is stored in the third integer, that is z. Okay, so we'll write an algorithm. So I already said that step 1 is always begin with start keyword. Okay, start. So second step is computer reads the number x and y. Okay, now third step is z is equals to x into y. Okay, so computer will calculate whatever the value of x and y and will store in the z. And in fourth step we display the value of z. Whatever will be the result of x and y, it will be stored in z, and in fourth step it will display in z. So in fifth step we stop here the algorithm. So third is determining if a number is positive or negative. So you all might know negative numbers are on the left side of the zero and positive number are on the right side of the zero. So suppose if a user enter any number and we need to check if it is a positive number or negative number, so we'll write an algorithm based on that. So let's begin. Step 1 is start. Step 2 is read number n. So computer will read the number n. Whatever the user will enter, computer will read that number that is stored in n. So step 3 is if n is greater than 0, it will display positive number, else if n is less than 0, it will display negative number, and the step 4 is it will stop the algorithm here. So fourth, determining if a number is even or odd. So basically what is even number? Even number are those numbers that can be divided into two equal parts, whereas odd number are those numbers that cannot be divided into two equal parts. So let's write an algorithm based on it. First step is start. Second is read number as n. Whatever will be the number n, computer will read that number. Step third is if n mod 2 is equals to 0, then display n is even, otherwise display n is odd. So let's take an example. If user n enters the n as number 12, so in step third what we'll do, if 12 mod 2 is equals to 0, then it will display it's even, otherwise it will display n is odd. So what will be the result of this? The result of this is even. 12 mod 2 is equals to 0, right? So it will display the number is even, 12 is even number. Okay, and in fourth step it will stop the algorithm. So fifth is maximum of two distinct number. So suppose we take two integer numbers, say a and b. with some value when comparing the value of a and b by using less than or equal, less than or greater. Okay, so let's write an algorithm based on this. Step 1 is start, step 2 is read number a and b. The computer will read the number a and b. In step 3, if a is greater than b, then display a is greater, otherwise b is greater. So let's take an example. A is equals to 20 and b is equals to 10. So if 20 is greater than 10, then display a is greater. So value of a is what? 20. Obviously a is greater than b, so the result will display as a is greater. In step 4, it will stop the algorithm here. So sixth is maximum of three distinct number. Suppose we take three integers a, b and c with some value, and then comparing the value of a, b and c by using greater than or less than. Okay, so let's write an algorithm. Step 1 is start, step 2 is read number a, b and c. So computer will read the number a, b and c. In step 3, will assign max is equals to a. Will assign the value of max of a is equals to max. Okay, so in step 4, if a is greater than b and a is greater than c, then it will display a is greater. Okay, so in step 5, if b is greater than a and b is greater than c, then it will display max is equals to b. In step 6, if c is greater than a and c is greater than b, then max is equals to c. And step 7 will stop the algorithm. So let's take an example. Suppose a is equals to 25, b is equals to 30 and c is equals to 35. I repeat, a is equals to 25, b is equals to 30 and c is equals to 35. So we'll check in step 4, if 25 is greater than 30 and 25 is greater than 35. Obviously 25 is not greater than 30 and 35, so we'll go to step 5. If b, that is 30 is greater than 25 and 30 is greater than 35, then max is equals to b. So obviously the condition goes wrong, so it will go to step 6. If 35 is greater than 25 and 35 is greater than 30, then max is equals to c. Obviously 35 is greater than 25 and 30, so the result will display as c. C is greater. Now stop. In step 7, we'll stop the algorithm. So seventh is sum of first and natural number. Suppose if a user enter n as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we need to do the sum of for it. So it will be like 1 is equals to 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, and so on. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equals to 21. So if we do 1 to 6, the sum is 21. Based on this, we need to write an algorithm. So the basic formula or the basic logic to find the sum of n natural number is sum is equals to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This is the basic logic or the basic formula for finding the sum of first n natural number. So using this formula, we'll write an algorithm. Step 1 is start, step 2 is initialize sum as 0. We'll initialize the value of sum as 0, and we'll read, in third step we'll read the number n. In fourth step, sum is equals to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Step 5 display sum, and step 6 will stop the algorithm. So we'll read the number n, that is step 3. In fourth step, we'll do the sum. So what is sum? Sum is here, we have initialized sum as 0. So n into n plus 1 divided by 2. So what is n? N is 6. 6 inside what is n plus 1. So 6 plus 1 divided by 2. So 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 into 6 is 42. 42 divided by 2 is 21. So the answer is 21, and it will be stored in sum. And in fifth step, will display the sum, that is sum is 21, and will stop the algorithm in step number 6. So eighth is sum of first and given number. For example, if a user enters 3, 4, 2 and we need to do the sum of 3 4 2. The 3 plus 4 plus 2 is equals to 9. Okay, so first we'll separate the digit, 3 will separate individual number from 342 by doing mod. So 342 mod 10 is 2. Okay, now 342 divided by 10 is 34. Now 34 mod 10 is 4. Now 34 divided by 10 is 3, and 3 mod 10 is 3. So we have removed the digit, uh, we have separated the digit 2 4 and 3. So 2 4 3 is equals to 9. So let's try algorithm based on this logic. Algorithm: step 1 is start, step 2 is input number, user will input the number, step 3 is sum is equals to 0. So we'll initialize sum as 0. In step 4, remainder is equals to num divided by num mod 10. The sum is equals to sum plus remainder. Num is equals to num divided by 10. If num greater than 0, then go to step 4, otherwise go to step 6. And in step 6 we'll display the sum, and step 7 will stop the algorithm. So we'll see from step 4. So we have initialized sum is equals to 0. Now remainder is equals to num mod 10. So what is num? Num is 342. 342 mod 10 is 2. So 2 value will be stored in remainder variable. Okay, now sum is equals to sum plus remainder. Now what is sum? Sum is 0. 0 plus remainder is 2. 0 plus 2 will store in variable sum. So in now the value of sum is what? 2. Now num is equals to num divided by 10. Now num is what? 342 divided by 10. So 342 divided by 10 is 34. Okay, if 34 is greater than 0, then go to step 4. Yes, 34 is greater than 0. So we'll go to step 4 again. Now remainder is equals to num mod 10. 34 mod 10 is 4. Now 4 will be stored in remainder. Now sum is equals to sum plus remainder. Now what is sum? Sum is 2. 2 plus remainder is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 will be stored in now sum variable. Num is equals to num divided by 10. Now num is 34. 34 divided by 10 will be 3. 3 will be stored in num variable. 3 is greater than 0, then go to step 4. Now again we will go to step 4. Remainder is equals to num mod 10. Now num is what? 3. 3 mod 10. 3 mod 10 is 3. It will be stored in variable num remainder. Okay, now sum is equals to sum plus remainder. So sum is now the sum is 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 will be stored in variable sum. Now num is equals to num divided by 10. So 0 divided by 10 is what? 0. So if greater, condition will be checked. 0 is greater than 0, false. So go to step 6 and display the sum. So now 9 will be displayed as sum. In 7th step we'll stop the variable. So 9th is the last one, is reversing the digit. Now if the user enter 175 as a number, so we need to reverse this. After reversing 175, the answer will be 571, and we need to do mod and divide, so we can separate the single digit and will store in one variable and will display the output. Okay, so 175 mod 10 is equals to 5, and 175 divided by 10 is 17. 17 mod 10 is 7. 17 divided by 10 is 1, and 1 mod 10 is 1. Okay, now let's write an algorithm based on this logic. Algorithm: start. Step 1 is start. Step 2 is input number. We'll input the number. User will input the number. Now step 3 is sum is equals to 0. We'll initialize the value of sum is 0. Now step 4 is equals to remainder is equals to num mod 10. Now number is 175. 175 mod 10 is 5. 5 will be stored in the remainder variable. Sum is equals to sum into 10 plus remainder. Now what is the sum? Sum is 0. 0 into 10 plus remainder 5. So 0 into 10 is 0 plus 5. So 5 will be stored in sum variable. Now num is equals to num divided by 10. 175 divided by 10 will be 17. 17 will be stored in the variable num. Fifth step is we'll check the condition. If 17 greater than 0, then go to step 4, else go to step 6. Okay, so yes, 17 is greater than 0, we'll go to step 4 again. Now 17 remainder is equals to num mod 10. Now 17 mod 10 will be 7. 7 will be stored in the remainder variable. Now sum is equals to sum into 10 plus remainder. Now sum is 5 into 10 plus 7, so answer will be 57. 57 will be stored in the sum variable. Num is equals to num into 10. Num is 17 into 17 divided by 10, so answer will be 1. So if num 1 is greater than 0, then go to step 4. Yes, 1 is greater than 0, we'll go to step 4 again. No, num is equals to remainder is equals to num mod 10, so 1 mod 10 will be 1. Okay, now sum is equals to sum into 10 plus remainder. 57 into 10 plus 1. 57 into 10 is 570 into 570 plus 7 plus 1. 570 plus 1 is 571. Now 571 will be stored in some variable, and num is equals to num divided by 10. So 1 divided by 10 is 0. Yes, 0 is greater than 0, false. So we'll go to step 4 and we'll display the reverse number, that is sum 571. Okay, and in 7th step we'll stop the variable. We'll stop the algorithm here. If you like the video, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe the channel. Thank you.